What is going on, my peeps? So I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video about this past trading week so far. I just wanted to talk about it because it's been bullish. It's been very bullish, and I just think there's an opportunity out there that I think a lot of people should be paying attention to because it doesn't come around very often. So in my previous video, I introduced this app that I discovered, strolling for Instagram, Trading212. It's like a way to start getting investing without having to pay commission, and I just thought it was like super useful to anyone that's out there looking to try and get into, like, you know, putting your money aside in like an investment account and just let it do its thing while you're not paying attention to it, instead of leaving it in the bank where you don't get that much in return. But I decided to let me just implement some of these forex tactics in this trade in the stock market. Now obviously I know that people do trade stocks, and it's something that I've looked into before, but one of the issues that I've came across with trading stock is obviously, one, the commission. If you have to pay like 15-20 pound commission per trade, it's a bit, it's a bit much, and you have to have a certain amount because with stock you don't have as much leverage as you do in forex, and you tend to have you need a large account balance to own a large amount of shares. Like if you had like 100 Apple shares and that made like a few percent move, then you'll see the benefits of that. But if you have like 1 or 2 Apple shares and it moves like 1 or 2%, it won't really move your balance that much. So that's one of the main things that sets stock trading and forex trading apart. The liquidity and the leverage that you get from the forex market, you just can't really match in the stock market. However, there is still opportunity out there to be had. I think the stock market can make bigger moves than the forex market, as in, like, for example, as the title says, within this week it's like been a 40% move, like in literally like a week, like a 40% move in these like few stocks. Obviously we all know that Tesla is just going on a mad one, and there's this new one, and then we have Virgin Galactic. We all know about Tesla, and one thing that sets Tesla apart from other companies is that Tesla's been doing this for years. Like this electric car game, Tesla's been going at it for years, like way before anyone else kind of wanted to get involved. Tesla's been doing it, and now that they've started to explode, now every other manufacturer is getting on it. But remember, Tesla's already have that massive leap, like 10-15 years of technology right now, whereas these other companies are just probably starting with like 2-3 years of technology. So you can see the big massive advantage that Tesla has. But I'm not going to talk about Tesla right now. I'm talking about Virgin Galactic. Now the reason why I'm talking about Virgin Galactic is because I kind of see them as Tesla, but for space travel. Blue Origin, I think it's Facebook owned. They are also experimenting with this space travel thing, but they're not a public company yet. And SpaceX, which is also a company that I literally cannot wait to go public. When SpaceX goes public, I'll get to why that's so significant in a minute. But when SpaceX goes public, I'm genuinely just like pumped for that. But at the moment, let's talk about Virgin Galactic. I think Virgin Galactic can potentially be the kind of next Tesla, as in they're starting out now, but they might not be ready until like the next 5, 10, 15 years. Like a commercial space travel has never been attempted before. So you can see how huge that is. But there's a few drawbacks within, like, the cost of it is going to be mad. Only a certain amount of people are going to be able to afford it. I think one ticket is going to cost like 250,000. Like, not a lot of people can afford it. It doesn't take away the fact that they're the only company like trying to achieve this thing of space travel. As I'm saying, now they haven't fully established where they're actually doing a certain amount of flights every day, every week, or whenever, but they're like one of the only companies on the journey to do that. Like, I don't think they'll get to like a Tesla valuation or Tesla kind of price, like $1,000 per share, until they actually start actively having that service ready in operation. As for now, they're just like in the development stages. Before I go over to the charts, if you don't follow me on Instagram, do so now, because that's where literally I post so much things like about like literally the day-to-day trades and stuff like that. And I've been posting about this like 40% gain over the past few days. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, do so now. It's literally Ellis, Ellis with 2 I's. Is it 2 I's or 2 L's? You see on the screen or down below in the description. But let's head over to the charts now, and I'll show you what I'm kind of looking at. Okay, so now we're on the charts. This is Virgin Galactic. Forex, and as I said before, Forex and stock trading are different, but it's kind of the same principle of supply and demand, and people actually trade this on a day-to-day basis. Some things might work, some things won't, but the principle remains the same: buy low, sell high, etc., etc. So we're on a 5-minute chart, because on the stock market, because the stock market opens at 2:30 and closes at 9, there's not a lot of candles to play with, so going on higher time frames kind of doesn't make sense. And because Virgin Galactic only went public in, I think it was October of last year or November, there's not a lot of data. Let's go over here on this chart. See, they only went public, this says 2017, but that was they only went public around here October 2019. And you can see there's not a lot of data to play with, so go down on the lower time frames and you have a bit more information. Now, as I said, I'm just putting in levels that I can see price being rejected at, this, that, and the other, buy low, sell high, and that's basically how I've been just like trying to go about catching a few percentages on Virgin Galactic. And as I said, with the overall thesis that they will be that one and only company that's currently in space travel. They're not at that Tesla valuation yet, like $1,500 per share, but they are eventually going to get there. So if you keep buying low and selling high, then, I mean, unless the company literally goes bankrupt or they go bust and it just goes to never going to happen, that's the only way I can see them failing. But once that vision remains and they're 100% dedicated to achieving that, then I just see the stock price continues to go up. So just keep buying low and selling high. So we'll see what happens anyway, but I'll keep you guys posted. If you want to be a part of this channel, then all you have to do is hit that like button and then subscribe and then notification and then follow me on Instagram and then leave a comment. That's not too much to ask, is it? Hopefully not. But anyways, I'll see you guys when the next opportunity to present itself. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.